Mark, I'm here at Times Square Plaza where dozens are out here rallying against racial prejudice. I spoke to the organizer who said today is about peace and education. Mayor Ashmore says this is one of many buildings that will be demolished. He says it's the first step in improving the community. I'm here at the Salvation Army of Southern Illinois. They told me earlier today that donations have been very low this year. Lawmakers here say they're disappointed in Governor J.B. Pritzker's decision. Starting Thursday, there will be no indoor dining. The ear saver wraps around the string of the face mask to relieve tension behind your ears.
And Maya, what's next for Hackman?
Hackman is expected to secure an attorney and is not allowed to have any contact with the victim. He'll be back in court on November 9th. I'm here at Murray State University where faculty, staff, and students are mourning the death of Sarah Townsend. Her life was cut short last week. I'm here at the 600 block of Box Street where investigators from the Illinois State Fire Marshal were back out Tuesday trying to figure out what led to the fatal fire that claimed 3 lives. Multiple first responders, including Ziegler and Christopher, came to the house after noon Monday and tried to save the victims, but were unsuccessful. One woman was flown to a hospital to be treated for burns, and one firefighter was treated for smoke inhalation. Franklin County Coroner Marty Leffler says an autopsy is scheduled to be performed Wednesday. At that time, he expects the names of the victims to be released publicly. News 3 spoke to neighbors who say when they saw the flames, they tried to help break into the house and save the residents. Mayor Dennis Mitchell says the community is heartbroken in the face of this unspeakable tragedy.
There will be cost involved in the arrangements, and we'll see what we can do on that, or if people want to make donations to the city, they can make donations from the benevolent fund and direct it to that family.
The local school will have grief counselors on hand for any students that need to talk. This is a developing story. News 3 will keep you updated as soon as we get more information on air and on our website on WSILTV.com. In Ziegler, Maya Skinner, News 3. Mark, I'm here at the Walker's Bluff project site where plans for a new road are underway, but recent miscommunications between the residents and project developers have caused some tension about the construction. Field of Dreams owner Jane McKinney says she's disappointed with Walker's Bluff. Surveyors recently visited Reed Station Road with news that at least 10 feet of land from multiple homes would be used to build a new road.
Now then, we have stakes here marking where the expansion's going to be, but yet we still haven't gotten answers on where the utilities are going, where they're going to be located, how much of our property they're wanting to buy.
She says residents have been left in the dark about those plans, and she's worried about how the construction will affect her and her neighbor's front yard.
We will have all the trees and the shrubs along this road will be taken out, so there won't be anything in anybody's front yard, and the road will be much closer. If the power lines get moved, they're going to be like at the peak of houses.
Neighbor Christina Hawthorne Tripp says residents have also been pressured by a local real estate agent to give up their land, and she's concerned about the traffic the construction would cause.
It's going to create a bunch of noise, more traffic congestion than we already have out here, which has always been crazy.
Both say a written plan would ease some minds.
They just keep telling us that everybody's on board. Well, Jane and I know for a fact that it's not, and we still do not have what we've asked for. And that's the proposal certified on exactly what they're going to do with all the lines, etc.
Walker's Bluff project developer Emily Burke says the developers have reached out to residents for input. She released a statement saying, "We knew from the start that we wanted to work together with them to gauge their interest and voluntary participation in finding an ideal path for a road that was already planned to intersect our part of the region." She added, "Our door is always open to our neighbors, and we will continue these discussions to find the ideal solution." A meeting will be held tomorrow at 10 a.m. with the Illinois Gaming Board. They could decide if those licenses will be approved, and that will determine if the road will be built. Live in Carterville, Maya Skinner, News 3. SESSER Auto Body Shop owner Tim Pierce says the COVID-19 pandemic won't stop him from helping others.
God's blessed us, and we want to be an example and just show people that God's loved us and we love other people, and we just want to help.
Once again, Pierce gave away a car to someone in need. This year, it was a 2007 Nissan Altima. The community sent in more than 120 nominations, and 3 pastors chose CHELLA King from Westside Rehab in West Frankfort.
Oh my gosh, it's so unbelievable. I never in my wildest dreams expected something like this.
The West Frankfort native says she's worked at the facility for 6 years. Co-workers gathered outside to watch the surprise. King says she feels honored for being nominated.
It's a blessing. I've been needing one and couldn't really afford one right now, but it's a blessing. Thanks to everybody.
King says the first thing she'll do is show her card to her kids. Pierce says he hopes to continue the tradition for years to come.
With COVID and everything, it's a little bit harder this year, but we knew it was needed this year, so we want to keep it going. Yeah.
Maya Skinner, News 3.